Hello everyone, another gold prospector here. Well, after a long, wet, heavy walk carrying my Highbanker and all my gear in, this is what I was faced with. The spot I wanted to Highbank. I don't think that's going to happen. To add insult to injury, it's raining. Luckily this is a feeder creek, so we'll go for a bit of a trek and see if we can find another spot, which is a shame because I know this spot holds gold, but I know the other creek does too. So catch us soon and we'll get this Highbanker set up and start running some material. Alrighty, so I did a few test pans in that other creek for absolutely nothing. So I trekked all the way back to the car and came back to a spot where, I don't know if you remember, I said when I get my new toy, I'll come back here. Well, this is here, and there's water. Yes, and it stopped raining. So here is obviously the new toy. We'll get some action shots today of the banker running, and I've done a little modification to the jets. I heated them up and flattened them out a bit just to stop the amount of water charging out in a straight line. I don't know if you see that, but they've squashed them down and they're spraying a lot better. So that should be good. Got the pump in the water, got the battery ready to go, got it all level. Just going to start digging. So we've got this bedrock on the side here, and it's as you can see, it's fractured up on the surface, but it's the same down on the bottom, and there's gravels in amongst it. So it's diggable, it's high bankable, and it was holding a bit of gold last time I was here. Not huge amounts, but good flakes. So I'm not even going to do a test pan. I'm just going to start shoveling into the Highbanker. I'll try and get you set up somewhere once I get things going. There's not a lot of options. It's pretty bushy and grassy, so I'm thinking you might end up on that tree across there and looking down. So there we go. It's I've wasted 2.5 hours so far this morning. Haven't really done anything. Snuffer bottle's dry. That's how well I've gone. I'm having a great run lately, but it's got to turn around sometime, so hopefully it's now. All right, catch you soon. I did forget to add, got a couple of things to tell you today, so no hitting that skip button, you lot. I'm on to you. No, all good. I understand the boring bits. I do the same thing. But there is some news. I've got some stuff to tell you on the podcast front, and some other stuff too, so we'll get to that very soon. Okay, you guys are very precariously sitting on top of a bucket on the edge of the bank, so just hold on to something for me so you don't fall in, because this water's filthy. It'll take me too long to find my phone and tripod if you go splash, so try and stay up there for me. Alrighty, I'll run a couple of shovels. Some pretty thick gooey clay under this bedrock, so it takes a little bit to process, but that's what that punch plate's for. Alright, this could be noisy. That's what's in amongst the bedrock. See that stuff there? Quite a few organics sitting on top of the gravels. Always clear these from your Highbanker. They sit like that, little surfboard, everything runs off the top. When I say we deal with clay, that's smooth, don't need to run that. That punch plate works like a cheese grater for the clay, it's brilliant. Considering I've done no test pans, let's do a quick clean out. Set you up so you can see. I just did the top two mats, or the top mat and the hidden mat. It's severely disappointing. One flake of gold and 2 bits of lead. So I guess that means I'm going to be doing some test pans now, which is what I probably should have done to start with. I was just digging willy-nilly anywhere in the hole, so I know there's gold in here, so I will try and locate where it is with my pan and then run again. I'll see if I get anything exciting in one of these pans. I have tested up around the corner, halfway down in the skinny section, after there's a drop off just as it widens out, around that corner, in the middle again, up here next to the pump. One spec for all of those test pans. And then I did this one, which is, 2 bits and a bit of fine stuff. However, of course, it came from under there. Now, just to give you an idea, somewhere here, it goes under, that far, so that far. I'm not sure whether it's falling out of the bank as it's being undercut or dropping out as the water flows along under there through this section. The material is disgusting mud, and as you can hear, it's sitting on bedrock, so there's not a lot of it. So unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to run the banker. I think I've come to the realization that you need this one really important element for running Highbankers, and that's water. And now that we're midway through December, we've got none, which, in my memory, I think that's a bit early. We've usually still got a bit of water around. I'm down to, very limited creeks that I can go to with muddy puddles. So I think I need to just, I talk about quite a bit in my videos about being able to pivot, being dynamic, change your mind, do different things. I know I've got the new toy and I really want to run it. Like, I really want to run it properly. But I got no water. And that's a problem. Well, no water with gold, which is an even bigger problem when you're looking for gold. So I'm going to clean out the bottom mat, clean the Highbanker, get all my Highbanker gear, pack it all up, take it up to the car, and come back down here and potter around and crevice and find some stuff in this creek. I know this creek holds really good gold. You might remember a bedrock outcrop where I had no water, and I scratched it out and got really, really nice gold out of it. I'm in the same creek, so I know it holds very nice gold. I have no problems there. However, it's not going to work with a Highbanker today. So give me some time. I'm going to pack everything up, go to the car. Now, my fat fingers managed to push pause. I'm going to go to my car, which, if you look really closely about the white thing right there, that's my car. So it's not eons away, but as you can see, the banks are great fun. They're like that all the way along, like they're just sheer. So I'll put the Highbanker away and I'll come back to you. And when I do, I will share some news. You know how I always say you'll catch 90% of your gold in your top mat? I've cleaned out the bottom mat. So, all I can think of is, in me changing these jets, I've now made the top mat the water flow or the water pressure over the top of it a bit more violent, and it's giving gold less opportunity to settle in the top mat, and it's getting it down to the bottom mat. It's still being caught, which is fine. I have no problem with that, but it just means I will be checking my bottom mat from now on a lot more frequently probably, and a lot more carefully than just sort of, you know, heaving it out and chucking it in a bucket if it's going to catch gold like that. So anyway, it's still not enough gold to keep me high banking. It's, you know, that plus the other bit that I got, it's you know, I could pan that. Just thought I'd let you know. Highbanker is in the car. The car? It's right there. This is my giant wombat hole from a couple of videos ago. I've just cleaned out behind this rock here, so we've got a really fast dropping section here, some big boulders, and then a bedrock sticking out on an inside bend. So I just cleaned out behind that. I want to get into this broken bedrock in here. This is all broken bedrock. That was from, get out of there, grass. That was from just in behind there. Nice little chunker. Now, the Prospector podcast. As I have explained, Andy Lay from Aussie Gold Hunters will be joining me as co-host from now on. Now, to make things easier and so we don't get copyright strikes on our YouTube channels, we have started a YouTube channel for the Prospector podcast. So there is a link in the description below if you would like to go and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Hit that notifications bell so you know when podcasts are being dropped. We will start in the new year. We're not going to get one done before Christmas. Andy's still travelling down from Palmer back down south. So it's a little bit hectic for him at the moment. So he needs to get settled. And we'll go from there. We've got hopefully some good guests lined up. First one, you know, we'll be chatting to Andy, finding out all about what he does and what he's been doing. Does some amazing prospecting in some pretty cool ground. So definitely worth tuning into that first relaunch of the Prospector podcast. So you can get it now on YouTube. We will be doing, you know, you will see us. It will be us, not just me talking to myself in a microphone. Both of us will be on screen and some video content for YouTube, and you'll still be able to get it on Spotify in the same under the same banner under Spotify. So that's on the podcast front. Let me do another pan and I'll share the next bit of news. I can't remember if I told you I broke up that bit of bedrock. Well, I did. And I got like a couple of specks. Nothing really exciting out of it, which I was a bit surprised about. So I went back to where I was and I followed it around, and there's a nice little drop off into a V in there. So I just cleaned that out. And sorry about the camera work. There's a couple of good bits in there and some smaller stuff, so that's well worth the effort. And I'll probably just continue around the corner where it goes there and see what we get. I've only got about an hour to go, and then I've got school pickup and stuff. So yeah, I've also got to call in and see Luke from Gold Fever Reliever. Call past his place on the way home and drop him off a bucket of dirt and some bits for his Highbanker. So I'll do that. We'll see how we go. Might even say hello on camera when I get there. Now, the next bit of news I had for you, didn't I? Yes. So, turns out I need to shoot up to Queensland for business. And why not mix business with pleasure? Hopefully, if all the stars align, I'm going to catch up with Andy and we're going to go for a prospect up there. So I'm looking forward to that. That will be fun. Get to know Andy a bit better before we go all podcast crazy together. We've been chatting for months and get on like a house on fire, so I can't see it being an issue. I'm just going to have to try and jam a gold monster into my suitcase. But that should be all right. And a pan, maybe. Don't know about a shovel and a pick. That might be a bit hard. Don't think it'll let me on the plane with a pick. So that'll be coming up soon too. I really wanted to get up there before Christmas, but to be honest, the cost of flights are just ridiculous. Even my multi-billion-dollar company won't even pay for that. So it may be in the early new year, but it will be very soon. I'll be getting up there. Not sure where we're going to hit, whether it be Warwick or Gympie, I'm not sure yet, but we'll get out there and do a day on the gold together. So look forward to that. And guys, if you haven't already subscribed, we've just clicked over 800 subscribers, which is great. Thank you to those 800 odd of you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying what we're putting out. Me and all my mates, what I'm putting out. There's plenty more to come. Like I said, I've got some different stuff coming. I'm going to break out the boat and do some boat prospecting. There's me complaining about water, and now I want to go prospecting in a boat. I really got all my ideas wrong, haven't I? Anyway, I've got a plan for that. Should be fun. Alrighty, I'm gonna punch through as many pans as I can in the next 45 minutes before I have to take off. So I made a bit of a move. My curiosity got the better of me. I've just come up here and just scratched out the top of the bedrock in this section here. This is my second pan. The first one was pretty similar. I'll get you set that something up. There you go. Some nice chunks in there and some others. Some bits. So that's much better. Actually getting gold now, which is all I can say about the last couple of trips. I've got 20 minutes, so I reckon I can just get to this bit of bedrock here, clean this section out, and I'm done. I would say I could probably stretch it out a bit more, but yes, glad to be getting some gold finally. You can hear a car drive past. That's how close the road is. It's about the second car's driven past all day, mind you. Alrighty, let's see what we get in this last bit here. I almost forgot too. I came wandering up here to have a look, without the camera of course, and sitting just here on this grassy bank was about a 3.5 foot black snake, or red belly black snake. For those overseas that don't know red belly black snakes, they are deadly, but if you're going to get bitten by a snake in Victoria, you want it to be a red belly black snake, because you've got half a chance of survival when you're out in the bush by yourself. The brown, the tiger, you're dead pretty much. If you're out here by yourself, you've got not much chance, because as soon as you move, that venom moves, it's lights. But these ripstop waders, I'm pretty safe with them on. I'd have to be pretty unlucky to get through these and into my bloodstream or muscle. But yeah, I'm going to catch one of these danger noodles on camera for you one day. I keep coming across them and the camera's either in my bag or not with me. But there is plenty of them around, so I'm sure it won't be the last one I see this year. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. So, me being me, of course, I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I dug in some water, because, you know, haven't seen much of that lately. Right at the edge of that bedrock there. And it was just gravel. I haven't got to the bottom yet. I want to yuppie pump bottom. I'll show you why I'll be yuppie pumping the bottom. Ta-da! What a chunk! Let's see what he does. Let's pick him up. Have a look, eh? Oh yeah, that's a ripper. Ready? Oh yeah. That's made my day. That's an absolute ripper. Great little chunk. There's a little bit of micro in there with him too. So let's see what happens when I yuppie pump the bottom. Turns out that little chunk was lonely. No friends. Oh well, you can come back to my place, make friends there with the other chunks. Alrighty, just before I pop it on the scales, here is a look at the gold all dry. With that nice little teardrop piece in there as well. Lovely little bit. I was running short of time, so quick visit with Luke. He says g'day. If you haven't been over to Luke's channel and subscribed, he's just clicked over 300 subscribers. Puts out some great content, so jump over onto Luke's channel, give him a sub, and check out what he's got to offer. Let's get today's on the scales. Again, won't be a great deal. Bit of a bits and pieces day today. 0.216. So look, I'm happy with that, considering it was a bit of a fail with the banker in the morning in a few locations. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.